to regenerate, some new man saunters away.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the most hyper-specific, under-the-radar genres of music, and exactly what they entail.
Listen, all ye families, to how the moral goes. Nobody knew and nobody knows.
Number 10. Corecore. With TikTok's influence on modern trends, it's no surprise that the platform has shaped music as well. With roots in nostalgia and mental illness, Corecore is the ultimate symbol of Generation Z.
The clips on their own don't make much sense, but when you splice them together, it evokes a certain emotion, and it's usually like helplessness or like loneliness or about how like technology has isolated us.
It's a satirical response to the amount of hyper-specific trends that constantly cycle, serving as the antithesis of that concept. When listening to the songs accompanying these videos, it's nearly impossible not to be swept away in the ambient, melancholic soundscape. The listener is practically absorbed in a wave of wistfulness as each track progresses. It's a perfect blend of genuine emotion and a dark, ironic sense of humor, creating an aesthetic we hope won't pass.
You might see a mess.
Exactly. A bunch of weird, dorky stuff that ruined my perfectly good stuff.
Number 9. Chap Hop. Some genres are satire all the way down to their very core. Perhaps the best example of this is Chap Hop.
Now when I say Earl Grey, you say yes please, Earl Grey. Yes please. Earl Grey. Yes please. When I say Assam, you say lovely.
This musical style, popularized in the 2000s, comes from across the pond and is the very definition of tongue-in-cheek. It's essentially rap if it was created by the most posh person you know, with lyrics centered around stereotypical British topics and politics.
You seem a reasonable chap, what you need to do is rap and not parody Chap Hop, cause that's not proper, just not cricket.
It's a delightful parody of both their own culture and hip-hop as a whole, without punching down on either. However, don't be fooled by the themes. Each song is still packed with impressively witty lyricism and interesting production, with some quirky instruments like the banjolele that you would never see in the traditional craft.
All the cuts are on time and rhymes connect. Got the right to rev and will elect. Other rappers can't stand me, but give me respect.
Number 8. Kawaii Metal. It isn't easy subverting the expectations of two seemingly opposite styles. Metal is traditionally characterized by its aggressive sounds and imagery, and J-pop by the exact opposite traits. You'd think the two would never be able to blend well together, but Kawaii Metal is proof that they can. First gaining popularity in the 2010s, it soon became a global phenomenon. It takes the wholesome lyricism of the Eastern genre and pairs it with an intense, guitar-laden instrumental typically found in Western regions. The combination is so unexpectedly good that it'll have even the biggest thrashers headbanging along, without being called a poser. Number 7. Shoegaze. The internet has been vital in the spread of several obscure genres, but some were created far before its widespread usage. Though shoegaze existed before the term was coined, it was first officially introduced in the late 1980s. The name derives from musicians staring down at their pedals while performing, which has become a defining marker of the style. It's made to be intentionally discordant, pairing dreamy vocals with harsh, distorted instrumentals. Each element blends together in a cacophony of sound, all while managing to not become overwhelming to listen to. After a lull in popularity thanks to the rise of grunge in the 1990s, it started to build itself back up in the 2010s. Number 6. Witch House. Despite what the name suggests, you probably won't hear any of these tracks at the club, like you would traditional house music. Instead, you're much more likely to hear the stylings of witch house artists at underground venues, or perhaps at your local occult meetup. It's characterized by its darker, gothic melodies overlaid with trap beats, with plenty of vocal and instrumental distortion to top it off. It first came to prominence in the early 2010s and soon became popular online. Despite its rise, those creating it go out of their way to remain relatively unknown by incorporating hard-to-type symbols in their titles. If you do happen to find one, then you're in for the sonic ride of your life. Number 5. Vaporwave. Though it wasn't played on the radio, Vaporwave still came to define a whole era of the 2010s. The internet struck again with the widespread usage of Vaporwave in videos and memes. It's steeped in nostalgia, with both the visual and sonic aspects being inspired by art of the past. Taking classic sounds found in jazz and elevator music and pairing them with aesthetically pleasing 1990s inspired designs and Roman statues, the artists behind the tunes were able to connect to an entire generation of web users. It's a melting pot of well-known references, even spawning subgenres like Simpsons Wave that are centered around iconic cultural touchpoints. Even though it's faded from popularity, Vaporwave's impact can't be overlooked. Number 4. Splittercore. If you've ever wondered what the musical equivalent of an anxiety attack would sound like, then this is for you. Splittercore takes the concept of speedcore and dials it up to the maximum. Each song has a BPM, or beats per minute, of at least 600, with some even climbing up to 1,000. It's no wonder why it's often compared to heavy artillery being fired.
This is something for the underground.
Splittercore was introduced in the 1990s following the unexpected popularity of its predecessor, leading to some listeners wanting more. Each song is pure chaos in melodic form, and practically made to be as sonically abrasive as possible. Despite that, it still has an infectious quality to it that makes it practically impossible not to thrash along to. Number 3. Lowercase. The existence of both Lowercase and Splittercore is proof that even the most extreme styles can find a loyal audience. Lowercase is the very antithesis of Splittercore, as it centers around a softer, minimalist approach. It's primarily made using objects most people overlook when making music, from paper to a simple feedback loop. The result is a series of almost unnaturally quiet pieces, and is a direct response to the sonic overload occurring in the mainstream scene. It requires those listening to slow down and truly take in what they're hearing, rather than just experience it at face level. Lowercase redefined what music can be by breaking away from all previous molds. Number 2. Goblincore.
Legend has it that the moss grows on the north side of the tree.
This is the musical version of the chicken and egg adage. The question of whether Goblincore came first or if it was inspired by the music that defines it is still unanswered. But one thing we know is that it's not going anywhere.
Leading me somewhere I don't know.
Born from a deep appreciation for the less celebrated aspects of the environment, its folk-inspired sound has helped it become one of the most prominent subgenres of the 2020s. Goblincore evokes feelings of being out in nature and experiencing the world for what it is, even the parts that aren't the most traditionally beautiful. This could be why it saw a surge of popularity during the COVID-19 pandemic. Listening to Goblincore is akin to living in a fantasy world, and we can't get enough. Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Japanoise combines instruments and non-conventional objects to create a unique sonic experience. Math rock. The usage of abnormal rhythms and melodies keeps listeners on their toes. Glitch hop utilizes malfunctioning equipment and turns it into something beautiful. Time Lord rock, a quirky and masterful tribute to the beloved science fiction series Doctor Who.
Tonight we fight for the fate of all mankind.
I could do so much more.
Nintendo Core, an unexpectedly perfect blend of intense heavy metal and 8-bit sound bites.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. Black MIDI. You'd think that a genre designed to fit as many notes as possible into a single song would be too much, yet Black MIDI artists manage to make each chaotic piece sound like a stroke of musical genius. Inspired by traditional performers like Frank Zappa crafting complicated songs, Black MIDI strives to do the same with modern technology. It's created using a musical instrument digital interface, or MIDI for short, which allows you to convert a seemingly standard keyboard into a one-man electronic band. Each track is stuffed to the brim with a slew of notes, with some hitting over 1 million. Despite its maximalist nature, it still manages to remain coherent, with some even sounding akin to a modern-day symphony. Which esoteric music genre is your favorite? Let us know in the comments.
Teach you the professor's ready. Not. Let's see who strikes the loudest. Lou, put on my fighting trousers.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.